Bomb broke out!
Nazis out!
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 He's here to try and divide London. He's here to introduce racism and fascism into the community, and that's the reason why we're hoping that the standards board find out that he's got no standards and he's got no right to be standing in this building, because he is opposed to everything that it stands for in terms of living in a democratic society. That's the reason why we're outside here. Richard Barnbrook's defence is that he's got a mental impairment, which meant that he couldn't read properly, and the members that worked for him were incompetent, and they were unable to find out the factual evidence about what happened. Maybe that might well be true, and might agree with him on that he's got some form of mental impairment, but I would say that the main impairment that he suffers from is racism and fascism and dividing London. That's the reason why we're standing out here to say to the Standards Board that he should be found guilty. We don't believe that he suddenly discovered that he makes up facts. The facts that he made up, according to the police, these murders didn't take place. What he was trying to do was to pretend that crime had gone up, and that was due to the black and Asian people living in the local area. That's a shameful attempt to try and use racism to divide our communities. And that's the reason why it's up in front of the Standards Board. I'm surprised it's taken so long, because I don't believe that Nazis do have any kind of standards. So I want to thank everybody for turning up, particularly the PCS. And I know that it's important that we turn up and say that we don't want the BNP in the GLA, we don't want the BNP anywhere, because they represent everything that we should resist. They want to divide our society, they want to determine it by gender, race, sexuality. We should make sure that people like Hitler and Mussolini go into the dustbin of history where they belong. And that's why we're out here to say that when Richard Barnbrook comes out and tries to repeat the same lies that were used in the 1930s against the Jewish population inside London and across the rest of Europe, that they are responsible for every crime and every problem, we have to recognise it for what it is. We do not want Nazis, we do not want racists dividing our community. That's why we're proud to be here. Richard Barnbrook!
Nazi scum!
Richard Barnbrook!
Lying scum!
Lying scum. Allegedly. Right.